Hello everyone and welcome to BISP Solutions. I am CA Sanjana Mishra, working as the lead functional consultant at BISP Solutions. I specialize in synthesizing and analyzing the financial data. I have 7 years of experience in NetSuite, HFM, FCCS and so others. BISP Solutions is a tech company providing technological solutions across the globe. We have a far-flung proficiency in end-to-end implementation and support. Today we'll be looking at in this session, we'll be looking at the fixed assets basics, as in what are fixed assets or what are its impact on the three vital financial statements of the company or the organization. And then in further sessions or in different videos, we'll be looking at these fixed assets into the Oracle NetSuite application also. So let's start. Fixed assets are long-term tangible assets or piece of property or an equipment that a firm owns and uses for its operations in order to generate the revenue with the help of these fixed assets or with the help of these assets. Fixed assets are not expected to be consumed or converted in cash within a year, and hence fixed assets commonly appear on the balance sheet as property, plant and equipment, as PPE or property, plant and equipments on the balance sheet under the fixed assets of the balance sheet statement, that is the financial position of the organization. With the exception of land, except land, all the fixed assets are depreciated. Now, depreciation reflects the wear and tear of the fixed asset when it is continuously used by the organization in order to generate the income. When the assets are used on regular basis so as to generate your revenues or the incomes, and hence it is very basic that they are going to wear and tear in their lifetime. Whatever is the lifetime of that asset, it is going to wear and tear, and hence the value of the asset is going to deplete or is going to reduce with the time and with the usage. Apart from being used to help business generate the revenue, they are also closely looked upon by the investors in order to decide whether to invest in a company or not. So they also form a very important part in the decision making of the investors for the purpose of investment decisions. Investment decisions from the point of view of your investors. Now this is my fixed asset cycle. The whole fixed asset when cycle starts from the planning. First of all, since fixed assets are not very nominal asset, or they do not include any nominal expenditure or expense or investment that is included into the fixed assets, and hence fixed assets include a lot of investment into them. It is a huge amount of investment is required usually into the fixed assets, and hence the process starts from planning. Any organization first plans to get a fixed asset. What kind of fixed asset is required within an organization? What are its usage? How much is it going to help you in order to generate your revenues? How much it is useful for the organization, and so on is the point, is a point of planning or planning decision for the purpose of fixed assets. Then the second step comes is the procurement of the assets. Once the planning has been done, the next step comes is the procurement of the asset. Now the procurement of the asset can be in the planning cycle, in the planning part of the life cycle. It can happen that the organization can opt for either to purchase the asset or to get the asset on lease. This is also part of my planning decision. So the procurement, once the planning has been done, the asset is procured by the organization. After the procurement, the asset is consumed and depreciated. Consumed, that is, it is used for the purpose of generating the income, and is depreciated over the useful life of the asset. Useful life and salvage value are two things that comes when depreciation of an asset comes into the picture. Useful life of an asset is an accounting estimate of the number of years the asset is likely to remain in the service for the purpose of cost effective revenue generation. And the salvage value is the book value of an asset after all depreciation has been fully expensed. So salvage value, if I put it into simple words, is the value that I expect to receive when after the useful life of the asset, I'm going to sell it into the market. Then after the consumption and depreciation, there comes operation, repairing, maintenance, the usual maintenance, repairing, operations on the fixed assets. And after the useful life of the asset, once the asset has reached its useful life, be it 5 years, 10 years, 7 years, whatever is the useful life that has been estimated, then the asset is disposed of. And then once the asset is disposed, again the life cycle starts with planning of a new asset, procuring, consumption, and so on. So this is the life cycle of any fixed asset, which is usually there into an organization. Now fixed assets have impact on all the three major financial statements that are there into an organization, that is your income statement, balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. So fixed asset has an effect on all the three of them. In most of the cases, a fixed asset module or the fixed assets simply calculate closing balances and book assets depreciation and link out book assets depreciation to an income statement, book assets closing balance to a balance sheet statement or the financial position statement, and the book asset capital expenditure or the capex to a cash flow statement. This cash flow statement. Now, capex is the money that is invested by a company in acquiring, maintaining, or improving the fixed assets, such as PP&E, that is property, plant, and equipment. So, fixed asset has an effect or impact on all the three major statements of an organization. Starting with the balance sheet. So as you can see on your screens, this is the impact that a fixed asset has on the balance sheet. All the closing balances at the year end or the period end are depicted into the balance sheet under the asset side of a balance sheet, under long-term assets or non-current assets. And so whatever is the value, accumulated depreciation is deducted from that, and the net value of the asset as on the period close date is depicted or presented into the balance sheet of the organization. Now the balance sheet, if an organization has an view of, they also present or prepare semi-annual balance sheet also. So this amount can vary depending on the period end, on which period end balance sheet you're actually preparing. Now this is my impact of the fixed assets into the income statement. So fixed assets have two impacts on the income statement of the organization. One, the depreciation that is charged on the fixed assets. The depreciated rate, whatever is the depreciated rate of the fixed assets, and whatever is the depreciation that is calculated for the current year, is depicted into the income statement of the organization for that period. Also, if there is any gain or loss that has risen due to any sale of a fixed asset has been made, any fixed asset has been sold, due to which there is a profit or a loss, a gain or loss that has happened or that has risen, that also comes into the whether it the loss or on the gain or the profit section of the income statement, whether it is going to be added or it is going to be deducted, depending on whether it is a profit or a loss. So this is what my fixed assets have an impact on the income statement. The third and the last comes is my cash flow statement. Now, in the fixed assets form a part, or any expenditure, that is the capex, capital expenditure, the capex part form the part of the cash flow from investing activities of the cash flow statement. Now, the cash flow statement is actually divided into three parts: cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, and cash flow from financing activities. So cash flow from investing activities, fixed assets, capex pertaining to the fixed assets, form a part of my cash flow from investing activities. Cash flow from the investing activities is the section of the company's cash flow statement that displays how much money has been used in making investments during the specific period of time. Uh, Fixed assets have an effect on the investing activities section of my CFS, that is the cash flow section, cash flow statement. Purchase and sale of an asset is depicted in this section. So this is, as you can see here, in section B, that is cash flow from the investing activities, any purchase or sale of a machinery. Machinery is a fixed asset. So any purchase or sale of a fixed asset that the company has undergone is depicted into the second part of my cash flow statement. Also, the depreciation, or if there is also any depreciation for the year, that is the current year depreciation, that is recorded as an expense in the income statement, or if an asset is written off by the organization, is added back to the net income or loss when the cash flow statement is being prepared by the company. The reason is that because the company incurs a loss or it has incurred an expense, but that doesn't pony up any cash for it in the way it does for charges such as rent or salaries or any kind of cash expenses that a company has actually incurred. This is a cash flow statement, and depreciation or any asset being written off is an expense, though that has an effect on the profitability of the company, but it does not have any effect on the liquidity of the organization. Cash flow statement depicts the liquidity structure of the company or the organization, and the income statement depicts the profitability. So of course, depreciation or any writing off of an asset has an effect on the profitability, which has an effect on the income statement, but it does not have any effect on the liquidity of the organization, and hence they are added back to your profit or loss as per the income statement uh, for the current period of the organization. So this is how my fixed assets has an impact, or the fixed asset has an impact on the three major statements of the organization, be it balance sheet, be it income statement, or the cash flow statement. So this was all from my side. In case of any queries, consultations, or any suggestions, please just do get back to us at www.bispsolutions.com, where we would be happy to help you. Thank you so much.